Hey everybody, Ronnie here with Project R&B, and before you buy Lego set 75980, the Burrow, here's what you need to know. This Lego set was released in July 2020 here in the States. The set contains 1,047 pieces and retails for $100 American. I missed out on the original Burrow set, which was released back in 2010, and that set had 568 pieces and retailed for $60, but is currently going for around $250 on the aftermarket. Ouch. In my opinion, the new version is a vast improvement in both looks and in minifigure offerings, not to mention the fact that it doesn't cost $250. If this is the first time that you've watched one of my Before You Buy What You Should Know build videos, I've got a rating scale and I'm using 4 different categories, and we'll give it a score out of 10 for each of those categories. In order to determine a final rating, I will average each of those categories together. I am not a math whiz. In fact, I'm a former English teacher, so if my math is off, you guys are more than welcome to correct me in the comments below. First category is value. This would be the cost per brick as well as how much time value occurs, and time value is a measure of time versus price. Next category is build, and this simply measures whether or not I found the build to be enjoyable, fun, and whether or not it had any interesting techniques. Next category is minifigures, and a big draw for me for most Lego sets, and I don't think that I'm alone with this, is its selection of minifigures. Exclusive minifigs would be an example of how this rating could be drastically improved. For the fourth and final category, it's entertainment, and I am a build and display kind of collector, whereas my son loves to build and play. I'm going to offer an overall entertainment value while considering the perspectives of both my son and myself, who use Lego sets in very different ways. As for this set, here's my opinion. First category is value, and the cost per brick here is not bad. It's 9 cents per piece. There are 3 brand new pieces that were introduced in this set: a white owl, a trans orange wave rounded large flame, and a trans bright green plume feather. The little side build with a large flame was pretty weird, as I didn't really know exactly what to do with it in the end. I know at some point in the movies that, spoiler alert, the Burrow catches fire, so it makes sense to include that. But it was just kind of a little side build, and I was very confused about really what to do with it. So I wound up not even displaying the set with that little side build. However, I do think that that piece is really cool, and I'm excited to see future uses of it. Conversely, the green flame piece made the flue powder build super cool. I really like that addition in the set, so it's cool that we get that flame piece in green for the first time. As for time value, this set took me 2.5 hours to complete, which puts it at 66 cents per minute. The sweet spot is around 50 cents per minute, so this is within range of that. Not bad at all. And what you wind up with is what I feel is definitely value for your hard-earned dollars spent. Sometimes price per piece isn't really an accurate measure of this, but what you produce speaks volumes at times. And this definitely speaks volumes, I think. I definitely believe that the value here on this set is really solid. I'm going to give this a score of 8 out of 10. Next category is build. I flew through this build in 2 different sittings, never really feeling fatigued or bored with it. I did become frustrated once when it asked me to do a technique I hadn't encountered previously. It involved attaching a flag piece to 2 wands, and either I was doing it wrong or it just didn't work very well. Other than that, it was a very, very positive building experience. The way that the offset roof and building connect together is really brilliant, and the play features of the set are also just outstanding, truly outstanding. All the little details were just fantastic, and as a Harry Potter superfan, I loved creating each one of these little scenes. With all of that in mind, I scored this a 9 out of 10 for the build. Next category is minifigures, and this set has 8 minifigures, 7 of which are unique to this set. And those 7 unique minifigures include Arthur Weasley, Bellatrix Lestrange, Fenrir Greyback, Ginny Weasley, Molly Weasley, Nymphadora, don't call me Nymphadora, Tonks, and Ron Weasley. The 8th minifigure that you receive is Harry Potter, and this particular figure also appears in the Forbidden Forest set, also from 2020. To get 7 exclusive minifigures in one set, to me, is truly outstanding. If I was being greedy, I would have also liked to have seen the Weasley twins included here as well, which would have rounded the set out to a nice even 10 minifigures. However, nothing to complain about here at all. I'm going to score this one a 10 out of 10. Our last category is entertainment, and this set immediately went up on my shelf for display purposes, as that's what I do with all of my Harry Potter sets, to be frank, but also because it's beautiful, and I've always had a fond spot in my heart for the Burrow. I had a tough time finding a spot for it because I didn't want to only display the front of the build. The inside just oozes character and charm. My son would have a blast opening up all the little doors and playing with the play features, with the different floors and rooms. There's just a lot to love here for somebody that loves play features and actually having their hands on a Lego set and interacting with it. But this one is going to be off limits for him, as I want to keep it in mint condition. Sorry, little dude. With all that in mind, I am scoring this an 8 out of 10 for entertainment. Overall, as a huge Harry Potter fan, and I do mean huge, I own basically all of the Harry Potter sets that have been released ever since 2016 or so. I am super happy to finally have added the Burrow to my collection. It's one that I wasn't sure that I would ever own. It's featured for such a short time in the movies, but it is the very definition of comfort and happiness when I think about that place. To have it in Lego form makes me think of my own family and how comfortable it is to be able to visit them in their home. The selection of minifigures is just out of bounds fantastic. And for $100, I don't think you could get a better looking set. This set receives a final rounded up score of 9 out of 10. I think it wound up scoring like 8.6 or 8.8, somewhere around there. So since it was above 8.5, and because it's just flippin' awesome, I just rounded it up to 9. I hope you had as much fun watching this video as I had making it. If you're interested in more videos like this, they are definitely on their way soon, so please subscribe. Do stay tuned to the rest of the video though, because I am going to finish out the build and provide a nice little walk around tour of the Burrow. Until next time, happy building.